Hey friends, Tux here. I got something super cool for you today. I have a RUIZU digital music player. I've heard really good things about this, and I really wanted to show an unboxing on camera to show you what it's all about. This is how it comes from Amazon. In the book here, I think one of the most important things is the music formats. This line right here, support MP3, WMA, WAV, FLAC, APE, ACC, OGG, AIEF, DSD 256, and other music formats. So this actually plays a lot of music formats, and even more than they showed on the box. That's very interesting. But it looks like a great player. Supports 5.0 Bluetooth, so that's really good. Multiple languages. Has a my favorite song function and favorite playlist. I get a lot of questions on other MP3, high definition audio player videos about like playlists. Okay, so I may do a whole separate video on that. And built-in lithium battery. Okay, so sounds pretty good. Talks about instructions right here on how to download music. So kind of explains the operation of how to download music to the player itself. Okay, talks about music operation, Wi-Fi settings, equalizer, has its own equalizer, so you can boost that bass if you want. And a lot of people ask about that. And of course, Bluetooth being Bluetooth 5.0. So good tech in it, I would say. Like, all this sounds really, really good. Screen size is 2.8 inches and resolution is 240 by 320. So pretty cool stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player itself. All right, pulling this out of the bag here. This looks like a nice little player. It's interesting. Wow, I feel like because I use like a couple players that have a curve on the right, I feel like I instinctively want to, hold it this way, but actually it's meant to go this way. Again, it has that cool font. Look at that font. That really kind of blows me away. That looks like classic, like Robotron Defender arcade games. Very interesting they use that. Definitely to me, that's a plus. It looks like there might be like a screen protector on here, like a little foam. I guess I'll leave it for now. It looks like you could peel this off a little bit, but I'm not going to mess with it. This is aluminum, and it feels really nice. Oh, that's interesting. That looks like a solar cell, but it couldn't be a solar cell? Wow, I'm going to have to look further into that one. Look at the lines on that. Very interesting. I didn't read anything about it being solar, but to me that almost looks like a solar cell. Very bizarre how it has it there. This part here, this little metal part here does come off, which is interesting. It's kind of like a thumb guard for the volume, and in a way that's kind of good, because I have had some MP3 players where I'm playing them, and then like maybe I'm like riding, I have a scooter I ride on the island on, or if you're walking around or whatever, you might hit the volume by accident. But it looks like this guard really helps protect that. And this does look like the Japanese style of volume control. So has like a very nice metal wheel. You definitely are getting a little bit of tactile feedback on it. It feels smooth. It isn't notchy, so it's not like click, 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 click. It has a smooth feel, but there's a little bit of resistance when you turn that volume, so it's doing something. And also, it's good to have resistance because you don't want to, just like shake it and have the volume like spin or something crazy, Looking at the back of it, metal, okay, aluminum, I guess I should say. Looks very nice. Nice finish. It looks like a kind of a paint job. From like a car or something. Nice kind of like semi-metallic look to it. Digging the curves here, very interesting. We got curves on two sides of this. Makes it easy to hold, I guess. So that's good. On the bottom here, we do have one headphone out. A lot of high definition music players are having two, like a 3.5 and a balanced, and it looks like we only have a 3.5 here. There is a USB-C, so this of course is where you plug your charger in, which in this case is a USB-C cable, or pretty much any USB-C cable. And you plug it in like that. Now, people probably ask, like, hey, how do you get music onto it? Really, the two ways I get music onto players, I'll just say in this video, is one, I do make flashcards. This does have 64 gigs of internal memory, which is more than enough for a lot of people. That will hold a pretty big music collection, okay? But there is a spot here for a memory card, so you could stick a card in there and, like, upgrade your music storage capacity, if you will. Or another way you can get music on there is by using the cable. Just plug the cable in like this, plug this end into a computer, laptop, desktop, whatever, and it will actually see this kind of like as a hard drive. And then from there you can just drag and drop files onto this. I very frequently will use cables and just drag and drop music because it seems like a pretty effective way of doing it, and sometimes it even seems faster than like using a memory card itself, or some kind of crazy adapter. On the side here we do have the buttons we talked about before. So we have power, we have forward and reverse, play and pause. Okay, so all those buttons. I wish the way they phrased it in the book, it said favorite song. So I kind of wish there was like a favorite song button, but it really just is like last song, I guess. Last song played. But anyway, let's go ahead and try and power this up. Sometimes with new devices, there's a little bit of power. Typically things coming from the factory, no matter if it's Apple or Microsoft or whoever, they really don't have a lot of power. They have a slight charge, but let's see what happens here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna hit the power button. There we go. We're holding it like an electronic, and oh yeah, there's a little bit of power there. I'm gonna dim the light so we can see the screen. All right, there we go. So it looks like we have some language options here, and this is a real touch screen. Okay, so this isn't just like some kind of like fake touch screen. The F-35 has a kind of a tactile feel when you touch something, but it doesn't always do the command you're trying to touch. So we're gonna hit English here. So we'll go with English, and then I guess next, do I hit the check? And there's our main menu. So we do have some cool things. This kind of looks very Apple-ish to me. We have music, we have folder, we have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, search, and favorite. So cool stuff. You know, this does not come with headphones, but I do have a brand new pair of earbuds, which I will be reviewing very shortly too, coming up. I would recommend plugging in your favorite corded headphones. There's the Surfans in-ear monitors I do like a lot. And there's bigger ones like the Alienware, gaming headset, which I like a lot for a large cone kind of thing, which work great for music, by the way, too. Anyway, let me go ahead and pop in a little music memory card here, and I'm going to listen to some tunes. I'll be right back. Okay, I have to say, this is quite a cool little music player. I went ahead and listened to several songs of different music genres using my Surfans in-ear monitors as a reference. I think this is a good, entry-level in-ear monitor, a little step above some headphones, but just a good way to go. I will have a link for these down below. Sorry for the wire mess here, but I really did enjoy listening to this. Definitely found a few interesting features on it. It does have an equalizer, which is responsive and very customizable, which I did like a lot. Their preset equalizer settings were good, but I did end up going with custom, as I like to set my own EQ. The main display screen actually looks beautiful. Actually, I'm digging the way it actually displays, the FLAC information right here. It does have a little heart, so you can instantly favorite something if you want to favorite a song. It's very simple. The touch screen itself is very responsive, which is really great. To show you how it works in the little holder here, and I really do like they include this. It's not a terribly expensive holder or anything like that, but it's enough to kind of keep it clean and nice. This just slides in here, I'm assuming. We should just be able to push this right in. It is a tight feel. Yeah, and that works pretty darn nice. Magnetically, it still will hold, which is good. And you can get to all the major buttons here in the bottom part and everything. So good way to keep it nice and clean, keep the screen, active. You can still, you can kind of still turn the volume. It's kind of in there, but they do a hole cut for turning the volume, so that's pretty cool. But I think this, having a case, I wish more companies, I wish the high-end companies like Estelle and Kern, I wish they would think of that and include, if you're spending a lot of money for a player, include a case. That's a really nice touch, Now I dim the lights even more here so you can see this beautiful, screen. It looks really great. It really does look like a high-end piece of audio equipment, which I love. Lots of great information. We got the kilohertz, we got the bytes, we got everything in here. Size of the file, what type of file format it is. It gives you a lot of useful information on here, which I really appreciate. So very good stuff. And one feature which is really unique to this player compared to other players is if there's a song you don't want, I'm not super into Bad Company here, we're gonna go ahead and hit this, hit the menu button, and then go down to delete file. You can actually delete the current file you're playing without having to hook it up to a computer. We're just going to confirm, delete, and there you go. Now it's deleted. In most MP3 players, you have to hook it to a computer. You'd have to do all sorts of things. You'll take out the flash drive, actually delete the file itself, but not on the player. You'd have to do that from some other hardware device. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. One thing I have not figured out about this player is when a song does end, when it goes into the next song, it seems to have a slow fade in, and I've been trying to see where to get that off. I think it's in the digital filters where you have slow roll off, fast roll off. That would make sense. That's it. And then there's minimum, but no matter what setting I have, it seems like it does do a little bit of a fade at the end of the song. And I'd rather have it just be like, play the song, you know, cut it off, complete, you know, dead air for a second, and then go into the next song, as opposed to trying to like mix it together somehow, you know, with a slow fade or a fast, or I guess a slow roll off or fast roll off. So anyway, that's a digital filter thing, which I need to play with a little bit more. I'm sure there's a way of doing it, but I just haven't figured it out, because it seems like these are your three options, would be fast, slow, and minimum pause. Okay, so good stuff. Lots of things in the memory here, or in the settings. Again, the equalizer, I find that really good. You can go through and you can check out like a lot of different types of settings and see which one kind of matches your style the most. So good size, about bands. We got, what, 10 bands, so that's really nice. A lot of them don't have that many bands on the EQ, so definitely something worth checking out. Like, I think this player is very fun and useful, and the size is really just right for travel. Now, I want to take a look at the menu here to the dark just a little bit to give you an idea. So these are the main features actually from the main menu in a darker room, so you can actually read it nicely. We have, you know, music, folder, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, search, favorites, okay, and then over here we have equalizer, ebook, settings, and playback set. Okay, so it has some good options for you. I did find myself while using this using favorites a lot, so you can just hit that, click favorites, and it kind of creates a playlist for you, you know. So anyway, those are some of my favorite songs I've been listening to, a couple oldies, and then a bunch of some newer stuff too. Gorillaz, Carker Island, Muse, all sorts of good stuff. So anyway, I hope you enjoy that, and the favorites for me, at least so far, is my best method of creating a playlist, although this does feature playlists as well, and I may do another video on that down the road. Okay, to recap, this is a pretty amazing little player. This, of course, is the A55 by RUIZU. Hopefully I'm saying that right. R-U-I-Z-U. And lots to like here, guys. I mean, besides this being a great sounding player, for the price, it's a pretty amazing value. The only con, I would say, it only does have a 3.5 out and not a balanced out, but most people only use a 3.5 anyway, so it probably doesn't even matter, to tell you the truth. Of course, it's expandable with your own memory card, or does have 64 gigs of built-in memory. Loving the aluminum case to it, great feel to it, great look to it. The menus are great. The touchscreen is quick, responsive, very easy to navigate. The volume scroll up here, which is very nice, has a good feel to it. It does have a little tactile feel as you turn it, but it's not totally like too much, you know. It's not giving you any kind of major vibration or anything like that, and it's not loose, it's not going to spin on its own. So I think all in all, this is probably the best of both worlds, as far as having it be tight, you know, a slow turn, but then having it be accessible and easy to use as well, you know. But definitely liking the little cover for it. I think that's a really neat touch. Still looking into what this is. This kind of feels like, this looks like solar to me, but I don't believe it is solar, so I'm gonna have to look further into that one. For now, let's say it's not solar, but that it's very interesting, the placement and the appearance of that cell that's right up there. Okay, I'm gonna have to look further into that one. I think this player is definitely gonna have another video coming up with a little bit of a deeper dive into it, and maybe how it compares to other high-end players, you know, from other companies. So we're gonna have to check it out. But I think for the money, if you're looking for a player that, you know, isn't real expensive but delivers a lot in performance and ease of navigation, this is a great way to go. It does show the album art, by the way, too, which is really nice. And of course, you can make your favorites. It's got the EQ, and there's many other functions like voice record too. So a lot of really good things to like about it. I'm getting tongue-tied now. I need to check this a little bit longer to see about the battery life, see how long that lasts. And of course, as far as ease of navigation of adding music, I just stuck my little memory card right in here, boop, and it was good to go with my music after a quick ad. So anyway, guys, I think this is a great product, and I think this would be really a good thing to do. You know, think about Valentine's Day coming up, guys. It's like January, next month is Valentine's Day. You know, go ahead and make a little flash drive of your favorite songs for your girlfriend, boyfriend, you know, and pop it in there and give it to them as a gift. You know, that'd be a really like touching thing of like a lot of favorite music put on a flash drive, you know, to them. It's like kind of like an old school combo tape, but in a modern, you know, setting, you know, a nice little MP3 player. But this is great. I could definitely see myself enjoying this on travel. I think the size is really good too. Like sometimes like the Surfan's F35 is so large that it's almost a little cumbersome when you're actually on a plane to stick it in your pocket. But this is a very small size, and even with the curved sides, I think that would slide into your pocket really nicely. So I'm definitely digging that. There's so much more I want to talk about here, including comparisons and different things about the sound. But all I can say for right now is that I like the way this sounds for the money, guys. This is a really good player. Again, for earphones, headphones, in-ear monitors, I use Surfan's in-ear monitors. I will have a link for these down below as well, okay, as a reference. But of course, you can plug in your favorite headphones of choice, or of course, it does do Wi-Fi and Bluetooth too. So there's a lot of different connectivity issues of ways you can connect this to other devices. So anyway, guys, more on this soon. But for unboxing, I would say this is a definitely a win. This is a product you want to check out. Again, the link for this will be right below. If you're in the market for a music player, if you're looking for something to, you know, for the gym, you know, near New Year, New You, workout music, you know, Valentine's Day gift, something for travel. Travel's opening up, guys. New concerts, new cons. It's like this could be a really great device for you. And the thing is, with this being like $100, honestly, if you lost this, you know, it would not be good that losing a $100 music player, but it wouldn't be the end of the world, okay? And that's one reason why if you're taking some, you know, more expensive player, you know, or, you know, something even more expensive than that, you know, there's players that go up into the thousands of dollars. If you lost that on a plane, that would really not be good. If you lose this on a plane, it's kind of recoverable, you know, like it wouldn't feel good losing your music player, but it wouldn't be the end of the world either. So this would be something good for the beach, good for all sorts of things. And if you lose it, it wouldn't be the end of the world, okay? But you probably want to buy another one because it's a really nice player. All right, guys, I'm going to stop here. Great player. Check it out. The link down below. Check it out for yourself. Great sound and a lot of great options and great touch screen. Like, there's definitely a lot of things to love about this player. All right? All right, we'll talk to you soon, friends. Click the link. Bye-bye. More soon on this. Bye-bye.
Thank you.